Okay, so I want to make a video to talk about a certain subject matter. It's a subject matter that involves. So, human beings have this need to define everything, right? To put an explanation to everything based on what category or group it falls into. So, people really identify with trying to label themselves as something. Like they have labels out there, like crystalline children and star seeds and all these different things. This is a really big deal for my soul because this is really big deal for me because I get really sensitive about human beings need to see the infiniteness of this universe. This universe is infinite. Your soul incarnation cycles are infinite. All souls are star seeds. All souls explore an infinite universe. A young soul is going to start out and explore things in just a manner that is digestible, and it is a learning experience. And then older souls get more complicated scenarios. But you're exploring all a vast universe full of different bodies. You cannot put your finger on how many bodies you've incarnated in, and those bodies aren't just the only aliens we've ever heard of. This is not just the only galaxy we incarnate in. You have to understand that. I'm a big supporter of human beings seeing each other as expressions of love. Either I am an expression of love or I am an expression of the dark, demented chaos worlds. You get to choose who and what you want to be, and what is the expression of your soul. Even souls get to choose to be demons for a while, and then they choose to go into the light. Everything is a cycle. Everything is a choice. And so what is a star seed? What does it matter? What does it matter if you are an expression of love? You are an infinite expression of love. You travel an infinite universe. We are all expressions of love. Whether you are an ancient soul or whether you are a young soul, you are an expression of love or you're an expression of chaos. What are you an expression of? It is so valuable that human beings choose to just let go of their need to hold on to these labels and this need to see only the alien beings that are in our galaxy or in nearby galaxies or only the alien beings we've ever heard of. These aren't the only alien beings in an infinite universe, and we are talking about a universe with so many dimensions, more dimensions than are even fathomable. You cannot quantify any of this. It is so important for me to identify this. This is such a big deal because it's time for human beings to acknowledge that we are all expressions of love. Sometimes it's sort of like, how do you identify what is a young soul or an old soul? Do you know how old some souls are? Do you even have a clue what an age an old soul, what an ancient, and then what an even flabbergastingly old soul is like? It is almost just mind-boggling how old some of these souls can be. And they're saying which souls. And I'm like, I'm not telling. I'm not saying which souls. Souls I've come across. Sort of like, I was thinking about this earlier. Just because I'd come across this sort of situation. And it was really dumbfounding because I had not met a soul that was this old before, and it was like, how do I even define how old that soul is? How can I even put an age on souls anymore? Because what I thought was ancient isn't even close to ancient. Now that I met this soul, the soul's like what is the life and rebirth of a universe? Do you know how old universes are? Do you know how many universes have been born and died and then reborn again? Do you have a clue? Have you even thought of that before? Did you think that maybe this was the only universe that ever existed? That's so silly, you know. To think this was the only universe, to think that planet Earth was all there ever was. Is God that amazing that he would only come up with one planet and one species, or maybe just a handful of alien beings? It's time to open it up and really see what's inside Pandora's box. And guess what? It's unfathomably enormous. So let's just take what is a soul that is as old as 1 trillion born and reborn universes. How old is that? How do you put a label on that? Is that ancient? Like, is that an old soul? Is that an ancient soul? Is that an insanely ancient soul? How do you define that? Is there even a word to define that? Is that a star seed? Would you call that a star seed? What would you call it? You would call it a creator being. Creator beings are insanely ancient souls. But we are all creator beings. We all can choose whatever it is that we want to be. And so if you are choosing to acknowledge yourself as a starseed, can you tell me what that means to you? And then when you tell me, I feel like I'm an old soul, I feel like I travel the universe and help others, then that is what I want to hear. I want to hear that I am an old soul that loves creation so much. I travel the universe and I explore all different forms in an infinite universe, and I share love and healing. Starseed does not tell me what you are. What are you? You are an amazing, loving, exceptional soul that travels in an infinite universe and then universes, and is sort of like a warrior of exploration. You won't stop. You won't give up, and you won't ever quit trying to learn and experience. So is that a starseed to you, or what do you think that is? What is a crystalline child to you? What does it mean exactly? All I understand is the meaning and value of what is love. What is creation? What is my choice in this lifetime? What do I choose to speak about, and what do I choose to align with? How do I choose to inspire others? How do I choose to change a world, How do I infect others with the love of all, and light of all? So what does that make me? I'm just a speaker sharing loving words from heavenly realms in order to change people and inspire others to love too. So what am I? How do I define myself? I not define myself as a starseed or crystalline child or anything of that kind. I define myself as just a loving soul, a soul that chooses to be an expression of love, and then chooses also to never stop helping others in this lifetime. I'm telling you, I've not always been good. Not all souls, souls experience, and loving souls have also done very terrible things, and that is acceptable because we are all in this thing together. There's nothing that creates a borderline or a boundary between souls. It is an experience, and sometimes those experiences are painful and they create attachments. And now what we choose to heal each other, okay? That's what this is about. We have to choose to heal each other. And when we find the attachments where there's been pain and suffering on both sides because of ill choices, one has harmed another, and now that both souls are in suffering, we have to be open-minded and go in and heal both souls and love both souls with an open-mindedness. That's so important. It's important that we stop pointing fingers and stop being judgmental and stop having reasons to hate others, to hate society, to hate all these things. Guess what? It doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel like things are always working in our favor, or the things that we feel should be are really flowing. Like, how do I define that? I mean, we still have a societal structure. We still have people who believe in a democracy and believe that voting is the only solution to humanity being in control of itself. Human beings without a leader would then be an institution of chaos, which is fear, right? We fear that we need a world of control, and without control now we are out of control. Do we actually need that? How do I explain what I'm trying to say? I just really want people to choose to open their eyes, but not their eyes so much as their hearts, to see with their hearts now, to see that we need to all love each other. We are all on this journey together. So, this is my video. See, I'm getting good at these short ones. I've made you watch some very long Rebirth Journey series. And now I'm going to shower you with little short clips of my thoughts. So, so here's another short one. Maybe I could try and channel an alien being in 10 minutes or something. Alright, so I'm going to call this a video just to give you something to think about. Alright, more to come.